Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's gonna join us. Say hello if you're here so I know who's hanging out with us. And I'm gonna quickly bring in the iPad here and share with our groups so everyone can find us. Let's see here. Just gotta switch over. Let's see. Are we live? It says we are officially live, so I'm going to go ahead and share to the groups. And again, if you're here, please go ahead and let me know you're here, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube or in both places. So whichever medium or platform, I should say, works best for you, you will find us. All right, there we are. We have now shared with everybody, and I think we're good to go. Get that out of the way. All right, we're going to do our housekeeping real quick so we can get on to getting crafty. So we missed everybody last week. All right, so first up, made some changes to how we present this stuff, so hopefully this looks better from your perspective. But paper pumpkin. Tomorrow is the last day to get in on the March kit, which is the Daisy Daydream, I think it's called. Very cute spring kit. This one is all about spring. It is also March being our paper pumpkin's birthday. With that being said, that means we get an extra stamp set in our kit. So that makes it a fun thing as well. So if you love a paper pumpkin and you're not a current subscriber, I do highly recommend getting in on this one. It will make 9 cards, three each of three different designs. You'll get 9 coordinating envelopes. There's specialty gold foil, pre-cut vellum accents, unique pre-cut paper pieces, and the colors that will coordinate with this kit are crumb cake, crushed curry, lemon lime twist, lost lagoon, mossy meadow, and berry vanilla. And your ink spot will be a lost lagoon ink spot. You're also have the opportunity to add on the spring is in the air dies, which you can see down here in the bottom here. You can use this little QR code if you want more information. But yeah, tomorrow is the last day to get in on paper pumpkin if you so choose. All right, hey. Next up, online exclusives. Woohoo! Stampin' Up did release on March 4th a bushel of online exclusives, one of which we are going to take a closer look at today. But we have all sorts of fun product that was released on March 4th. It is now currently available in the online store. You will not find any of this product in a catalog. It's strictly online. So if you want to take a closer look at any of this product, you just go to the online store and you can peruse to your little heart's content. And as you can see, there's lots of goodies that was released. I got to tell you, I think they hit it out of the park on all of this product. Just really awesome releases. I love that they are doing these new releases online. It does give us opportunity to have new product to play with a lot sooner than waiting for catalogs to come out. Oh, hey, Jeanette. All the way from Washington, or Virginia, excuse me. I need to get my eyes done here. Stuart, Virginia. Awesome. I'm here in New York, snowy New York. Nowhere's near New York City. I'm far north of that, up near Lake Ontario. So we got lots of snow hanging out here with us. But we did have a sunny day today, and they're calling for spring-like weather later this week. Snow tonight and tomorrow, and then spring's supposed to come. Fingers crossed. So yeah, lots of beautiful products available online. So yeah, definitely something to look at. This is the one we're playing with tonight. This is called the Botanical Textures Suite. Oh, hey, Kay. All the way from snowy Wisconsin. So glad to see you. Hey, Deb, glad you could join. Awesome, ladies. Very happy to see you. Oh, hey, Arlene. So glad you could join. So tonight we are looking at this beautiful suite of product. This is called the Botanical Textures Boutique. I don't know where that came from. Suite Collection. Has a fantastic stamp set. This set is really, truly all about the textures. I have to tell you, I fell in love with it just because of that. I do love different textures in my card making, and this covers all of it. Oh, hey, sis. So glad you could make it. This covers the whole gamut. The designer series paper, the textures in these alone. There's 2 packs of paper that come with this particular suite. And obviously, of course, you can purchase just the pieces and parts of the suite that you want. You don't have to buy the whole suite. But I will tell you, for what you get, there is a great value in this particular suite. This whole suite is like $100.50. But you get 2 packs of 12 by 12 paper. And the paper alone, I got to tell you, is amazing. Because again, the textures, like you have this here, like rattan, and the linen on this side. Look at, you just have like this burlap. I love it. I love all the textures. If you can see, oh, let me switch the view here. I've got to go back here. There we go. Now you can see what I'm looking at. So you have this linen look, the rattan here, the burlap, more texture. Look at this, is like a chunky yarn. Love, love, love. Oh, hey, Barb. So glad you could be here. Hey, Robin. Been so long since we've caught you live. And then the wicker. More wicker. Like, the texture here is flipping amazing. And you get 3 sheets of each in this particular pack. So that is the Woven Textures pack. Then the second pack of designer series paper that comes in this suite, this is called the Botanical Textures, which the suite is named after. And then you have all these shades of black, white, gray, all these greenery pieces in the black and gray and white. And again, just watercolor washes with the black and gray and white. This paper is just all of it from both packs. I am completely and totally in love with. And I can see myself using a lot of this. Then you add in for your texture, not only is all this gorgeous paper adding textures to your cards, now we have here, this is our 3D mini corrugated embossing folder. So you have this corrugated embossing folder. So now you have that texture. And then in the stamp set, you have this little weaved like wicker piece. And then there's also this little, like it could be chunky yarn. It could be more wicker weaved. And then of course these little pieces here, and then some really fantastic sentiments. You are seriously the best. Thank you. And a little note of appreciation. And to also make this an even awesome, more awesome suite, these fun rectangular dies that have these really neat little edges on them. They're all a little bit different. Like this one's kind of got a weave look. This one's got a pattern. The dashes, another dash type. This one here's got that weave. This one's got that fun pattern. And then there's more of the stitched dash. I love black and white too, Kay. I know, Arlene, those dies are amazing. And then, of course, you got to have bling and you got to have other embellishments when you're designing. So what better thing than to have a nice textured ribbon? This is like a linen type ribbon. It's a very thin, like 1/4 inch white ribbon. And then, of course, we have these neutral matte dots. So love those as well. So let's get started. All right, tonight's cards. We have card number 1. Using that corrugated embossing folder. Check out the texture. We've got a little heat embossing there on some pecan pie. And we used that beautiful paper there. That's card number 1. Card number 2. Again, using some pecan pie as our card base. We have here a thank you card. And again, that burlap piece in there. Added that little weaved piece in the background, very light, and then added our thank you. We got our bow, and then on the inside we have that little textured piece there with a little note of thanks, or a little note of appreciation, excuse me. And then our final card, using our black and white and gray, using basic gray, we did "You Are Absolutely the Best." And we have more of that texture from our new embossing folder. Now, to make tonight even more fun, I made a mistake when I placed my order. I did not realize the suite included this amazing mini corrugated embossing folder. So I ended up with 2 embossing folders because I purchased the embossing folder and I purchased the suite, not realizing the embossing folder was included. So my mistake becomes your funness. So we are going to have a prize patrol tonight. I will draw after the night is over. I will go back through and put everybody's name on the wheel, and then we'll spin for a winner on the, actually, you know what? Let's try something else. No, there's no catalog for these. These are online exclusives, Barb. So you'll find them online. They went live March 4th. So nope, they won't be in the new annual. But anyways, I think, you know what? Let's do a code word. So everybody put in embossing folder. Type in the word embossing folder, and then at the end of the night, we will let, there's a program here that'll do it for us. We'll pick a winner. So it should work for everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. So put the code word embossing folder, and then at the end, we will draw a winner. Yay, that sounds like fun. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right, put that aside, and we are going to get started on our card making. We're going to start with this one here. And let's see. Here it is. All right, so I have here a thick, basic white card base, which, by the way, I wanted to let everybody know there are some changes coming in the new annual catalog coming out in May. This week is on stage. A lot of my fellow demonstrators are on their way to Raleigh, North Carolina. I unfortunately couldn't go because sadly they sold out before I got home from work. So I'm not able to join them, but many did get to go and are getting to go. And they're going to see the new catalog coming. And with that new catalog, though, there is going to be some changes. We will no longer have thick, basic white in the 8.5 by 11 size. It will only be in 12 by 12. So if you are a 8.5 by 11 girl like myself, it currently is out of stock, but is expected back in, I believe it's March 17th. So keep your eyes peeled and stock up as I plan to do. Not really sure on the reason behind that decision that they made, but I trust that they are making it for very valid reasons. But the good thing will be we are going to have all of our colors in the two-tone 12 by 12. And we'll get all of our colors in full packs of the solid colors as well in 12 by 12. They had done away with that several years back. Like shortly after I joined, they did away with that, and you can only get the assortment packs. Well, they're no longer going to do the assortment packs. You're going to be able to buy a full pack of boho blue or whatever color it is that you're looking for. So yeah. All right, so I have a piece of my designer series paper. This is cut 5.5 by 4.25, so it's a full card front. I did not leave any border on this. I wanted to cover up all of my white card base. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on. So with all that said, though, about the paper, there is going to be a bit of a price increase on paper. And again, that goes because of Gordon. Raw materials are going up. So in order for them to continue to provide us with beautiful product, we do have to absorb some of those costs. So unfortunately, that's where we're at. All right, so I have a scrap of crumb cake here, and I am going to use my little dies. I cut it out first. I'm using this one with this little wonky pattern. This is a little bit too big for the baby boss, so I am going to use my big boss, which is behind me. So, excuse me, bear with me. Oh, and then after we cut it out, I am going to run it through with the big boss, again, using the corrugated embossing folder. So now we have our piece with our, I don't know if you can see that pattern. There we go. Just like that. So you can throw that. Yeah, no more 40 sheets. You're right. The white will now be 24 sheets like our colors, which is another thing that makes me sad. But again, I understand the cost of production. All right, where did I do with it? There we go. I get it. Okay, so we're just gonna put that in there like so. You want to make sure it's nice and straight. And then we're going to go through our big box again. Want to make sure you're putting the seam side first. You don't want to break your folder. And now we have our fun little shape here. All right, so for this, I am going to use some liquid glue. Just because there is so much texture on here. I don't want it to not stick. And I do want to go more to the left. Good. There we go. I know. The smaller packages of white, it makes me sad, but I'm going to try to stock up so it doesn't affect me too quickly. Because I go through a lot of white. All right, so there's that. Then I went ahead and I've already cut out my circle. I used the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I cut out this fun. It is a good set for masculine cards, Kay. You are 100% correct. So I have this already die cut, and I am going to bring in my leafy pattern here. And I've got my pecan pie. We're just going to go ahead and ink that up. And there we go. I think I'll clean that up so I don't make a mess here. Close this. And then we're just going to use some dimensionals. Tell you, we have had some wicked wind for the last like 3 days. It's not as bad today, but it's still whipping pretty good out there. There's that. And then I have a scrap of pecan pie. And I did not bring my little tool over, did I? Well, we're going to just do the best we can with what we got here. I did not bring my little powder bag. So hopefully it doesn't stick too bad, but we're going to bring in our Versamark and a little note of thanks, or yeah, a little note of appreciation. I'm going to get that inked up. Just like that. And Versamark is a nice sticky ink. Oh, I just dropped my. So that way our powder will stick to it. I'm using white embossing powder. Well, let's actually try to get it on the paper. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. Tweezers, we don't burn our fingers. And then Okay, where are you stuck? There we go. Let that heat for a minute. I find that if I let my tool get hot before, oh, hey, Sherry. It doesn't warp the paper so bad. There it goes. It would be helpful if you could see. There we go. So that's all nice and melted. And then bringing our dies in, we're using the smallish one here. Post-it tape. Okay. And now we got the baby boss. And run it through. There's a little note. Scrap pile. Okay, now we're just going to add a little adhesive here. And dimensional on the end, and that goes like so. All right, next we want, take your pick tool. Looks like I do need to get a new putty, but we'll make it work. No worries, Sherry. All right, so this has white, black, basic beige, and the pecan pie. And we're going to use pecan pie. I'm going to use one of the large, maybe. There we go. A little one. And a little white one to stand out there. And that finishes card number 1. Okay. Set that there for now. That can go there for now. And we're off to the races. On to card number 2, which would be this one here. We have lots of layers going on here with this particular one. And where did I put it? There we go. So we start off, we have pecan pie, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Fold on that score line. Then I have a piece of that designer series paper. I got the linen piece here. That's 5 1/4 by 4. So that goes on like so. Then I did go ahead and do some die cutting ahead. I have a piece of the pecan pie that I did with the one rectangle, and then I cut this piece of designer series paper to fit perfectly inside those stitched lines. So that is 2 inches by 3.5 to fit inside there like so. So we can go ahead and fit that in there. Just so. And then this adheres flat like so. Then I did kind of the opposite for this one. I did the same die. I cut out the basic white, and then I hand cut with my trimmer a piece of pecan pie to fit behind this die cut piece. But before I can do that, I do need to do my stamping. So we're going to set that aside for a minute. And I need this. I need my little piece here. And we want, this is our basic beige. And did I not bring over? Oh, I did right here. I stamped an early espresso for the actual plant there. All right, so we're going to start with our little round piece here. And I'm using the basic beige because this is a very light color. So we're going to ink this up. Thank you, ladies. All right, so this goes down here in the corner like so. Clean that off. And then hopefully this doesn't go too dark, because I did have to re-ink my early espresso because it was pretty dry. So hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. And this goes right over the top. Like so. Yeah, not too awful bad. Just darker than it was yesterday. Okay. Next, before we can attach that, we do have to tie our ribbon. So bring in those tweezers. And what did I do with that ribbon? There it is. I feel like I'm all thumbs tonight. It's not. Something doesn't feel right here. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. Grip that. This ribbon really is easy to work with. Don't let my fumbling thumbs fool you. Okay, there we go. Bring in our snips here and we will trim off those tails. There we go. All right. And then we are going to go ahead and add our image here. There we go. And then we need some dimensionals, of course. Okay. The other thing I did want to make you aware of too is Facebook has announced they are going to start, I think after 90 days, remove our videos. So for those of you on Facebook, if you do want to go back and watch something after the 90-day, you'll have to go over to YouTube and find it. For those who watch on YouTube, you're good to go. They will never leave. They will always be there. All right. So next, I have a basic white piece. This measures 4 by 5 1/4. And for this, we're going to again use our basic beige. And this piece, this is our, like I said, it could be like yarn, chunky yarn weave, or it could be the weave of some wicker. I'm just going to stamp that there. And we'll clean this. And then we want that sentiment again, a little note of appreciation. And we're going to bring back our early espresso. We're going to ink that up. And you'll kind of see there's like a little divot in that little stamp. I'm kind of like aiming for that area. So it's just kind of not right on it, but close to it. There you go. Close that up. And now we can add this to the inside of our card. All right. And next, I have another scrap of basic white. And for this one, we want thank you. Again, early espresso. And we're gonna go, and let's just do it in the center. We can cut it. Okay, there we go. So for this one, we're using the second smallest. And we're going to put it right here at the end, just like so. And we need our Post-it tape. And Baby Boss. And I did not worry about that edge cutting off because we are going to snip it to make it smaller anyway. So I am going to add some adhesive. And then this is going to go here. I want to make sure that the thank you is far enough into the card that it's not going to get cut off when I trim it. And then I'm just going to open it up like so. And using my snips, we're just snipping it off. All right, bring back our cute little black dots, and away we go. And that finishes card number 2. You have to pay to use YouTube now. I don't think you should have to pay unless you're using it for TV. Somebody's messing with you, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. We are on to our third card. And this one, again, it's all about the texture in this whole suite, and I'm loving it. So again, I have a thick basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and fold on that score line and bring in our bone folder to do. Then I have a piece of that gorgeous designer paper. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And again, it's going to cover that full front. You could use either side. This side, I think, would look just as beautiful. But I wanted the extra contrast. So again, perfectly covers our card front. So that goes down like so. Then I have a piece of basic black. I went ahead and I cut it out with the second largest of the rectangle dies. So we have that nice little pattern. And then I have a piece of basic white. This is cut 3 inches by 4.5 inches. And this is going to be corrugated. Once I find what I did, there it is. So we're going to go ahead and put this in our corrugated embossing folder. And we're going to go ahead and run this through. Look at that fun texture. Did everybody get their code word in? Embossing folder, because we're getting close to being able to do our drawing. All right, so this is going to layer in there just like so. And again, I'm going to bring that liquid glue in. Well, thank you, Miss Kay. I appreciate that. Whoop. Oh, I got to run away. Corrugated piece of cardstock here. Now my fingers are all sticky. Good heavens. Can't take me anywhere. And that's no lie. Good gravy. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add our adhesive to the back of this piece. And we're just going to go ahead and tilt it like so. Next, I have another piece of the basic white. This is also 3 by 4.5, I believe. Yep. And again, this is just for stamping and die cutting. So I'm going to go ahead. I have here basic gray. And we want our stamp again. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. And we're just going to go on the center here. And I literally cut this just to fit inside the baby boss. So there's our leafy pattern. Excuse me. Close that up for a minute. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's set this aside and we'll bring in our other scrap of basic white. This is for our sentiment, and that's also being done in the basic gray. So we'll go ahead. This one says, "You are seriously the best." And shoot for the middle there. A little crooked, but that's okay because we're die cutting and we can fix that right up. All right, so now we can close up the ink pad. And we want this here nice, long, thin die for this one here. So we're going to make sure that cuts so that that's nice and straight. So that's ready to go. This one, we are going to use the fourth one from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has those little dashes. And that is going to go just like so. So we need okay, now we can bring in that baby boss. And just gotta get the plates here. There we go. We can put our sentiment through. I do have a link to my newsletter in the description of this video. So if you are not a current subscriber and you do want to make sure you are up to date with all the changes that are coming in the upcoming catalog, make sure you're on that newsletter. So I will be sending out explanations of all the changes that are coming with the designer series, or not designer series, with the card stock, the color options for your 12 by 12 and all of that that's happening, and the price changes so that you are prepared when those things happen coming May. So there's no surprises. So there's that there. And then here's our sentiment piece. I do try to include in my newsletters usually like a color or not a color challenge, but you know, I'll give you a color sample card. I'm using like 3 or 4 colors, a sketch challenge I'll include periodically. Yeah, so we do have a little fun with the newsletter. All right, so now we have our image. We're going to go ahead and pop that up on some dimensionals because, you know, when you have texture, you got to have dimension as well, just because it's just the way to do it. All right, there's that. I know, right, Kay? This is like, so it's a really versatile set. And then this one, we're just going to kind of go the other way, just like that. And then I kept this very simple. I just took the sentiment and down the center, ran some adhesive, and make sure the card is on here straight, because this, you want to be able to read straight, like so. Okay. And then to finish it off, we're bringing back these matte dots. And this time we used black. And there. And then I put a large one over here. I see it did kind of move from the original. There we go. Probably not going to stick real good, but good enough. There is card number 3. I know, right, Robin? I have way more ideas for this set, so If time allows, I go back to work tomorrow. So, but if time does allow me to get up here, I have other ideas I want to share with us because, like, it's just a flippin' amazing suite. Just going to put that out there. Amazing. So there is a recap. We have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3, all of which have texture, dimension. Awesome, Barb. I'm so glad. And now let's see if I can't get our prize patrol done. So bear with me while I bring this up. No, that's the one. Keyword, match the keyword is embossing folder. And select. No, there's more than one entry for embossing folder, isn't there? Bear with me. Let's try. There's more than one entry. Why is it not working? All right, let's try it this way then. All right. Now, Deborah! Woohoo! I don't think, oh no, hang on a minute, I gotta share that screen. Well, that stinks. Hang on, we'll figure this out. Really? Come on now. Well, it's not even giving me an option. No, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want either. Well, oh, there it is. Okay. There's our winner, Deb. I think I've already, well, no, I think you moved, didn't you? Please send me your, private message me your address. And I will get you your embossing folder in the mail. Woohoo! Congratulations. Sorry I didn't let you see the winner. Come on, because I forgot I had to share the screen. Oh, for the love. All right, I'll figure this technology stuff out sometimes. I promise, and I apologize. But anyway, congratulations, Deb. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming to hang out with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I cannot thank you enough for hanging out. And I wish you all a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. Bye for now, guys.